Now, we've looked at Vision 2025. Let's now look at some secrets, the 10 golden rules of banking. And this is one of the core learnings from today. Now, the first rule of banking, the first golden rule of banking in terms of your strategy is it should be behavioral, human, contextual, and experiential. If you cannot make that, we will not be able to have a successful banking product in the future. We go back to foundational principles of thinking, and we mentioned some of the things in mobility, whether you're making rockets, whether you're going into energy. The moment you start, you have to go back to foundational principles of thinking. And we also need to look at the core utility of the bank. If you actually really break down the core utility of the bank, we really just have three items. One of them is to store value, to put money, that's your core bank account. Second is movement of money. And the third is lending and credit. You put a box around it, put it in the cloud, and you've got yourself a bank based around utilities. And this is what Ant Financial and Jack Ma is doing, is focusing on the utilities that we provide, and that is there. Rule number 4 is basically the future of banking is not in banks. It's about building services and around this hybrid of utility that we have. And this is where the future is going to be. The next secret is stop hiring bankers. When you keep hiring bankers, you will only get banking. What you need are data scientists and neuroscientists and social scientists and anthropologists. Because if you remember, I mentioned that Airbnb has 300 of these anthropologists and data scientists, while Accor and Marriott don't even have a single digit, 2, 3, 5 of these quality people. And that is why Airbnb understands behavior and is taking the lead. This is going to happen in financial institutions and banks also. We need to have these disciplines. Either we acquire them or we train people. Because me, as an MBA and a lot of US financiers and so on, we don't have the capacity of understanding big data. These data scientists and social scientists do, because that's what they are experts at, and that's the key thing here. When we look at building scale and doing marketing, we need to think tech again, not banking. We need to think scale. We need to look at super apps, our hidden data. If you look at around your ecosystem of 19 countries and all of the millions and millions of customers you have, the amount of hidden data, which is a hidden value that you have, is huge. And this is going to change the world for you. This is where the opportunities are. And we blend the physical and the digital key component and fire those companies, those marketing companies who do not understand this, because they need to do this to deliver growth and value for you. Applying 10x thinking, and this is something we can do a lot of, but there's a whole way of moonshot thinking and 10x thinking, which can be an integral part of your organizational culture. Completely changing cost structures. When you think about cost structures, how close can our marginal cost be to zero? If we can think platform, if we can think ecosystems, if we can think like that and bring the cost down, like in WhatsApp, like various other bits and pieces, we will prevail as far as the future is concerned. Rule number 9. Rule number 9 is think anything that is non-touch and then scale it, whether it's voice-based technology, AR, VR, XR, any single thing like that. And folks, we don't just need to use voice technology. Why don't you invest in voice technology companies? Because you know it's going to take off. Therefore, buy these companies, bring them to Africa, do something like that, because you can create value within your whole portfolio by going and basically diversifying into some of the growth areas and develop it. And last but not the least, the big thing is to take your core business, optimize it, make it efficient, make it 10x, make it innovative, all of that. And do that really, really strongly. But then go for the edge, really boldly. And that needs vision and that needs courage. And this is what this conference is about today, ladies and gentlemen. It's about growth and scale. And that is going to come from your edge. Your core will deliver to your stakeholders. Your edge will deliver your future.